Hey everybody, I'm Jearoh, and today I'm going to show you how to use the Mighty Architect mod, which is a mod that lets you build and create structures. Before I show you how to use it, let me just show you some things I've built. So I know some of you might have noticed the quirks in those structures, but the thing is, I was able to put all of those together in less than 15 minutes. So once you know how to use this mod, if you put in some more effort and time, you can make something really special. With that out of the way, let's show you how to build something. Once you have a nice plot of land like this one, you can open the menu by pressing G. Now let's choose a theme. This decides what types of designs you will get. Let's go with medieval. This puts us in the composer phase, where we start our ground plan. At each phase, we can see our tools at the top here. We then cycle through the tools by holding Alt and scrolling. Holding Alt also shows us the instructions for each tool. We use each tool with a combination of scrolling and clicking, and secondary functions are activated by holding left control. Now let's create some rooms with the cuboid tool. Just right-click to start drawing and then move your mouse. Once you're happy with the dimensions, you can right-click again to finalize the room. The secondary function limits your dimensions into a 5-style grid, which ends up with more design options later on. Once you have your room, you can scroll up to add floors, or you can scroll down to remove floors. If you scroll down to 0 floors, it removes the entire stack. The cylinder tool works the same way, and you can use it to draw towers. Once you have your basic ground plan, you can use the adjust tools to change the shape of every single floor and even move them around in all 3 dimensions. Then the floors tool will let you add, remove, and copy floors again. Finally, the roof style tool will let you change the style of roof for every stack. And there's your ground plan. You can continue by opening the G menu and choosing Finish. Welcome to the preview phase. Here we have a hologram of the structure, but there's still a lot we can do. First, I recommend opening the G menu again so we can edit our palette. There are 21 included palettes, but you can also create your own or import extra ones. I recommend creating your own palette if you want to use modded blocks in your build, so I'll show you how to create one later on. But for now, here's an example of some of the included palettes. Pick your primary palette with left click and your secondary palette with right click. You choose 2 palettes because this palette tool over here lets you assign different palettes to different sections of your structure. Next, the wall style tool will let you choose different designs for each part of your structure. For example, you can set a section as a foundation, or as an open arc, or just as a regular area. Once you set that up, you can use the reroll tools to cycle through all of the possible designs. You can also copy-paste a design you like all over with the reuse patterns tool. Just make sure that they're the same dimensions and wall type. Now we can finally finish up by opening the G menu. Here we can paste the structure directly into the world, or we can save it as a schematic. Schematics will let you share the structure or just save the file, but it will also let you export it into a separate schematic mod to build it in survival mode. And those are the steps to build a simple structure. Just remember that you'll have to do the interior by yourself and give it the openings and exits. Let's move on to creating a palette. Here I have an example. In the palette menu, select Create a Palette. This generates a bunch of holograms where you're standing, which represent all the blocks that make up your structure. You simply place a block to replace the hologram, and that updates the structure with the new block. Once you've replaced all the blocks you want, you can open up the G menu again and save the palette. You can also share and import new palettes. And that's everything I wanted to cover. If you're interested in more advanced things like creating your own theme or extra building tips, I'll leave a link in the description to the wiki. Thank you for watching.